Reggie is a very passionate person, an all or nothing type of guy. Something you didn't know about Reggie, he was on a salsa dance performance team where he met his wife. He started with a basic class, then went all in dancing 6 nights a week. He decided to start a family, so he left salsa and went all in with family, and they had 3 kids, Logan, Harlow, and Phoenix. Working next to Reggie, I've seen firsthand the honesty and passion he has for helping people. Reggie tells clients, I work for that final 5-star review when the project is finished, and it really shows. It has been a pleasure to be a part of his team, and I look forward to many more collaborations with him. I present Reggie.
Awesome. Thank you, Stephanie. Can you guys see my screen?
Yes.
Yes? Okay, cool. So I'm going to give you guys a little background on kind of my past, where I came from, kind of take you back to the beginning. So growing up, our grandfather was really into woodworking, and we always noticed that every holiday he'd always give stuff. He'd get tremendous compliments, and he kind of taught me, this is how you build nicer things. You set up your saws, you put out your tools, you measure things twice, and then that way you can keep creating it over and over again with quality. Our dad was a lineman for Pac Bell, and he also had a side hustle selling water filters. So I got an appreciation for that entrepreneurship from him, watching that hustle. And our mom was always there for us. She had a full-time job, working overtime while raising 3 wild boys. So I feel that's where I learned to love to pour into people like our mom poured into us. So this is where I grew up. Thought I'd give you guys a snapshot of this. This is Castro Valley here on top of an antique store. It was a converted office space on the 2nd story. It was a 1-bedroom, 1-bath, and Brian and I, brother Craig and I, all crammed into the living room where that was our bedroom. And to the right of that was our playground. That was the business parking lot. That's where we all got to spend our time growing up. So humble beginnings. And so finding my place, I was a really huge Lego kid. I was really into the building things, following those instructions, putting stuff together. I grew up around the trades, being around it a lot. My first job, I was bagging groceries. That's kind of where I learned a little bit of manual labor. And then I got into sales, which was a long time spent learning how to work with people, how to grow, how to help people work to get to a solution. And then full circle came back. The last job I ever had was I was an estimator for a contractor. And that's kind of how I got my next leap into getting into business. So the great year of our economy in 2008, I just got this itch and said, hey, I want to open up my own business. So I asked Brian and Craig, our brothers, to leave their lives behind and move to the Bay Area, where we launched our remodeling business together. Coming out of the gates, kind of hustling, didn't have any reputation or follow business in a down economy. And then several years later, we all got together and bought a Floor Coverings International franchise to add to the portfolio. So the full story is in 2018, early 19, my brothers wanted to focus on the flooring business while I wanted to continue focusing on the remodeling and construction business. So in early 2019, I rebranded, got a separate license, and kind of separated our paths. And we still work a ton together, supporting each other a lot. And then, of course, Brian said, you got to get into this BNI group. So 2019, that's when that came in. A little family drama for you guys. So like Stephanie said, I got into salsa. I got addicted. I got the guts to ask to try out for the beginner performance team. And I got partnered up with my least favorite person in the class. I was that white guy trying to dance salsa, and she was that Latin girl that was taking it serious. And, we got forced to practice together because we were on the same team. And eventually we started to tolerate each other. And then later on in the season, we turned into that awkward couple that just couldn't stop laughing at each other. Everyone was always wondering what was wrong with us. And we ended up getting married. And it's kind of cool. Both my brothers ended up also meeting their wives through the same dance company I was in. So getting them to move to the Bay Area was kind of a, I guess it was fate, right? So here's some pictures from me. That's me and my wife there on the left, and one of the teams I was on, that tall, awkward white guy in there. And this is me practicing and in a performance on the right with my wife. And that, of course, led to wanting to get married. So there was me proposing at the bridge there. That was our wedding. We got married in Colombia. Most amazing place ever. And got to bring 20 of our family members out there for a trip to Colombia, where we're all got to really share in my wife's culture and where she came from. And that, of course, after marriage led to kid number one. That's us on the left announcing our first boy. And later on the top right there, that was us announcing our second child, which was a girl. And then later on, 4 years later, announcing our third child, which was a boy. And it's been a blessing truly having kids and a wife that really helps support it. And right before our third child came into the world, we were able to do a 5-year anniversary that Rebecca Troxel threw. And Cindy Jekyll-Smith was kind of our private chef there. And Brady and Clifton helped capture all these moments. It was amazing. If you go to my Facebook, you can watch the video. It's pretty cool. And so that's me. That's our family. Just a month ago with our newborn, our daughter, she's 2 now, just went to preschool for the first time this week. That was emotional. Then our son, who's 4. So it's pretty exciting, but that's a little background about kind of who I am, where I came from, some roots. I would love to get to know you guys better and do a one-to-one. I know there's a ton of people I haven't done a one-to-one yet with, so let's do that. And I just want to take a moment to give my greatest appreciation to you guys that, you know, your referrals have meant the world to me. Joining this BNI chapter has truly blown up my business. When I started BNI, I had 1 project manager. Now I have 3. I'm interviewing a 4th. We're bringing a salesperson on. I'm truly grateful for being in this group and happy to refer you guys. So thank you. I believe that's my time. So I appreciate you guys. Thank you.